Good morning, backyard beekeepers. Father Bill here, and got a great presentation for you. We're going to call this queen farming. I was able to, I'd say, intervene hive number 7 and discover several frames. Well, 2 frames that had some beautiful swarm queen cells, and I was able to extract those frames from number 7 and move them over to our queen castle. So that was a lot of fun. I suspected number 7 was up to something. I've been watching them for a couple of days, and they were throwing some practice swarms. And that's where a lot of the bees come out in the swarm mode, circle high overhead, so it's not an orientation flight. And then they eventually return back to the colony, back to the hive. And so that's a signal if you see that, or sometimes if you see on the outside of your hive a whole big glob of bees, way more than you would see if they were bearding. That's another sign that they're practicing to swarm or going to go ahead and swarm. And every now and then, if I like to look at that glob of bees on the outside, because every now and then I will find the queen. And so by catching the queen, I'm able to make a split right then. Otherwise, they go back into the hive, and then that's your opportunity. But you have to jump on it. That's your opportunity to go ahead and split those bees before they swarm. So anyway, this is an introduction. You're going to see we're going to go into 7, and we're going to find those queen cells, and then we're going to move them. And I call it queen farming. I like to do it this time of the year. It's best time to do it, actually. We're in the reproductive mode for honeybees as well as all the other critters in nature. So anyway, I think that's important. And so we'll go ahead then. This is an intro to that video, and then I'll make some comments. The queen's right up in here, and when we do our splits, we move the entire this whole super to a new bottom, and we did that. And number 16 over there is a brand new hive, brand new colony that came off of this one. Now that means that it either had we either move the queen or we move swarm cells. So we're going to find out. Here's how we find out. Because since it looked like this colony was doing a practice swarm about an hour ago, that means that the hive bees were able to come out, the swarm bees, but they didn't stay out. They went back in because the queen didn't come out. Theoretically, we're going to find out pretty quick. This right here. Okay. Gently. I can tell you one thing. They're honeybound. I can smell it. It smells really, really good. It could be honeybound already. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nectar. Lots of nectar and a little bit of brood over here. Got drone cells on the bottom. We got a bee right here doing a waggle dance here on the right side towards the bottom. This would be the top on your screen, doing a little waggle dance. So that was a quick dance. It could be, according to Dr. Seeley, there she is over here with that yellow pollen. She's trying to wake somebody up. Lots of bees with pollen. Okay, some more drone cells. No queen cells, as it were. Lots of drones. Very, very healthy bees, as you can see. And you see bee bread in there. Yep. I got my special glasses on, so I should be able to see larvae. Put this back. And what we're looking for specifically, a queen or queen cells. Okay, they're getting a little feisty. Randy always says to hit the outside edges. The bees are looking at you. Those are guard bees. And they're up to something. Yep. Okay, there we go. You may have noticed already that I've got some unusual inner covers. I make them myself. And also my tops, I make those myself. I see pictures of beehives I like and I copy them in my workshop. Okay, I got these over here. Drawing comb. Okay, and putting in nectar. And is that a queen cell? I don't think so. That could almost be, but it isn't. Right there in the middle. Well, I take it back. It is a queen cell. And it's not charged. Okay, charged means it has a larva in it. And this one over here is another queen cell, empty. Practice cell, perhaps. Okay, again, healthy bees, no deformed wing, no anomalies, is what Dr. Oliver says when you do your inspection. We're looking for anomalies, things that stand out that don't look right. These guys are looking good. Okay. A little more smoke. Just a tad more smoke. This is a very healthy hive for being split 2 weeks ago. As you can see, we got our viroxin strips in. Take those out. Well, what we've discovered is the bees are chewing them up. And then you end up with a little pile of debris on your bottom board. Sort of like a sawdust pile. Anyway, that's what's going on. And at this point, this one feels heavy. So that tells me, oh, jackpot. So what we have here is brood and drone cells. I'm really looking for the queen. The bees are pretty calm today. It's a very good day. It's in the 70s. Whoops, made a little jerk move. Okay. Let's look real careful. Do you see the queen at all? I don't see a queen. No. We do see a lot of brood, which is a cat brood, worker brood. And there you go. All right, there's your queen cells. 2 beautiful queen cells. Now, I have a choice. I can take this frame over to my queen castle and use these 2 queen cells to start a whole new resource colony, queen resource colony. And that is very tempting. So I'm going to put this back here for a minute, because if I find another frame with queen cells, And guess what? I'm going to take those two. So this is I call this queen farming. Okay, I'm farming queen cells because the best queens that you can have are the bees are getting a little excited. For some reason, they don't like my camera. They are really getting tore up on the camera. There's another queen cell. Another queen cell. Another queen cell. Alright, these guys are getting ready to swarm. I'm going to take this queen cell and put it in my queen cell. I'll be right back. Okay. Right back. There we go. And we're still recording. Back. Transported that frame over to the queen castle, and that tells me this it's gotten ready. Wait up. It's almost ready to swarm. And what I want to do now is boy, if I could find the queen, I'd put her over there too. And then I let these guys make a new queen. These ladies. Okay, let's see what we got here. Easy. I'll have to prop that right there. And let's see what we got. Ooh, look at that. There is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queen cell. Yep. And if I wanted to, I could put that queen cell over in my queen castle in the other position. And I might just do that because I like resource queens. Let's see over here. But if I can find the queen, do you see the queen? I see a drone. Oh, I see another incredible queen cell, queen cell, queen cell. Fantastic. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to, oh, let's see a queen cell that's open. Don't tell me that queen's already come out. I'm going to take this over and put this in the queen castle in the number 3 position, and I'll be right back. Awesome. Alright, I need 2 frames. Okay, I'm going to need 2 frames over here. Alright, okay. Getting a little antsy. So I'm going to put the frames back at this point. And if they swarm, it'll be a small swarm. And we will try to catch them. Okay, I'm back. Got 2 frames I'm putting in here. And that takes care of that. We'll put these Viroxa strips back to help. I will mention that when we're doing our splits last 2 weeks ago, you know, you break them open, break these open, and you see those the drone brood. Lo and behold, I'll this up just a little bit. We did not see, well, I didn't see any mites. It says in our treatment protocol we treat with our oxalic acid vapor. We start October, November, December, January, February. And then we put these strips in. So, Seems to be working. Alright, we'll calm these rascals down. And I'll take you over to the queen castles. Another strip. Yep. There you go. Yep. Slide that on. I made these inner covers special with the screen. That way I can put a feeder, the round feeder, inside, where we can put our Hive Alive fondant patties, so forth and so on, and we can keep an eye, and we got a little ventilation in the summertime. Yep. And then I made these tops after a picture I saw. Okay, we're going to walk over to the Queen Castle, and we're going to check out. All right, Beast, you been good? All right, we're walking to the Queen Castle. Alrighty, and we're going to check out. Here's what we're talking about. This point. Got some leftover bees over here in number 1. I kind of go 1, 2, 3 from the back. A few leftover bees from the long hive split that didn't work. But a little smoke in here. Alrighty, so the neat thing is, and I won't mess with this little bitty cluster of bees. I'll bring, there you go. I'll bring at least one more frame in here with some resources. That frame there has got our queen cells, swarm cells, which make the best queens. And it's going to be fun to watch this happen. And we'll come back and visit. I'll bring some food to put here from the refrigerator. Okay, so that's our middle one, number 2 position. And number 3, right here, looking good too. And they've got food. And they've got some beautiful queen cells too. So, and they've got an extra, and I'll put another one in, extra frame. So, yes sir, I think we're going to be in good shape. I really do. Now you notice the color, you might have noticed the color on the feeders. That's that spirulina that I add, special mixture. Okay, well I'm going to go, I'm going to go and get, I'm going to go back and get another feeding jar, and that'll be it. Okay. Okay, this is the comment section. And first of all, I noticed that bees don't like my GoPro camera. For some reason, this is the third time I've used that camera to film bees, and boy, they jump all over it. I don't know if it's, who knows, some kind of noise that they can pick up on, frequency that we can't hear. It's hard to say what's going on, but I can tell you they don't like it. So, but anyway, the queens have been moved to the queen castle. We got 2 compartments out of 3 with beautiful queen cells, as you saw, and we will wait for them. I have a what I call a chart, queen chart. I'll try to add that to the video. And it shows how to time your queens so that those queens that are in the queen castle, I know because they're sealed, that they would be coming out in the next few days. So that's 16 days for a queen to begin with. those queens have got to build up their pheromone enough that they can go out and mate and attract drones. That's why that pheromone is so important. It's 9-ODA. That's the component. And so they're going to have to do that. That's going to take several days. And then it's going to, mating flights can be up to 1 to 3 flights, and they need to mate up to 22 different drones. Those studies were done most recently by Dr. David Tarpey at NC State. And I think Dr. Seeley from Cornell also, I don't know if he assisted or did a peer review of that several years ago, but anyway, you want your queens, your virgin queens, to go out and mate as much as possible, and to get that genetic diversity to bring back. So we're looking at a 28-day from start to finish. So we look back into Queen Castle in a couple of weeks, and we should see by then, we should see our queens fertilized and laying eggs. So we'll keep you posted on that. But anyway, if you notice that we use a lot of medium boxes for everything, this number 7 actually was a double deep at one time, and then once we split that 3 weeks ago, and they weren't supposed to swarm, but they did yesterday, and I got another video on that that I'll put on YouTube next week when I get time. And the so anyway, we did split number 7, and it was a double deep, and we ended up now with number 7 being a deep and a medium. But a lot of our hives, if you notice, if you pay attention to our hives here, we use just a lot of mediums for 2 reasons. One is it's lighter as we get older. They're lighter weight, and we got 8 frame, so we're doing 8 frame mediums. And we also, it's cheaper. It's a whole lot cheaper to buy medium frames and 8 frame, 8 frame medium boxes. We make those mostly ourselves, so it's a whole lot cheaper. And I noticed that some of the older guys, older beekeepers, I remember watching a Bob Benny video interviewing Dick Brickner up in the western part of the state, and Dick is 80 something, and he runs all medium boxes. So, and I'm beginning to suspect from what I'm seeing, and again, there's no science behind it yet. As far as I know, I could look that up. That's a good point. I could look up and see if there is not a study on bees prefer the mediums versus the deeps. There's a 3 inch difference. The deeps are 3 inches deeper and a lot heavier when it comes to uh, moving bees. So, but we've discovered over the years, as we've run out of deeps, we put mediums in. What the heck? And we've discovered that the bees really like the mediums. So that's something you might want to think about as you get older. And I had bad shoulders for a long time, rotator cuff issues, and I don't anymore. So anyway, that's something to think about too. But so that sort of wraps things up for us here. We had such a busy week. The last few weeks, we've had all kinds of activities. I got 2 calls yesterday about swarms. And I was able to retrieve one, and then another local beekeeper got the other one. So we're starting to see the swarms, and then we're starting to see scout bee activity on our traps. Our local beekeeper, Paul, south of here, has already trapped a couple of bee swarms in his yard and has also recovered a couple of swarms from call outs because he's on our swarm list, county swarm list. So he gets a lot of call outs. So it's that time of year, and it's usually around noon. So we're super alert, and we try not to schedule a whole lot. But anyway, we appreciate you watching our channel. And as promised, with all this activity going on, I've got my GoPro camera with some swarm activity. And then yesterday afternoon, I spent most of the afternoon with another one of our local beekeepers, Ken, at his bee yard, and we were able to split three of his beehives. We found the queen in each one, and we moved those queens to a new hive location, and usually a new bottom and a new box, either a deep or a medium. And so he'll end up with six. And then he's got several traps out. I think he's running two traps down at his house and three or four out in the country where his bees are. That's going to be a great video, and I'll work on that this week. We're running here in our neighborhood. We're running about 12, I think I would say at least 12, maybe 13 traps in several locations. And then I've got traps over in the Fayetteville area with my son and my brother. So again, we are sustainable beekeepers. We don't buy bees, we don't buy queens. We trap wild bees, and we let them make their own queens. And then the ones that overwinter and show us the traits that we're looking for, which is mainly good honey producers and gentle, great disposition, and healthy. And then we will split those. And for example, you'll see in the next video I produce, Ken's got one hive. His number one hive is on its third year, and it's the third generation of the original queen. And we saw her yesterday, and she's looking great. She's doing a great job, great brood pattern. This time of year is what you want to see. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we hope that you will subscribe and tell all your friends about this channel, um, Father Bill's Backyard Bees. And as promised, this is we're going to have lots and lots of videos on swarms in the next several weeks, and we will keep you update and posted on all that. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and take care.